Hi, this is my final response for the week 4 discussion. One of the subject matters that we've talked about in this class is how to essentially provide support for the student in a way of assessing the information that's being given to them, as in a test, whether it's formative or informative, whether it's collective, all ways, shapes, and forms that we essentially collect information on how to further support the student. I do think that's important. Any way, shape, or form that we can support and create a higher understanding of what the child's needs are and what they need from us, whether it's a gen ed student or if it's children with an IEP, even more so, because the more detailed and more supported the information provided by the teacher or those supporting that student, the easier it becomes to either change what needs to be changed to support the child further, or continue to use assets that are supporting the student to begin with, and that's viable for the student's well-being and essentially to further their growth as a student or as a person. I think all these courses tend to really support the emphasis on social emotional learning, encompassing it into your classroom, one shape, way, or form, which is great. Especially in the times that we've been at. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this in another video before, but it's just so important for the child to feel like they have someone to talk to, someone to reach out to, whether it's, about the course that you're teaching, or if it's just, they need help with things that are going on in their life, whatever the case may be. I also got to reflect on the way things have been going for the clinical part of this, which is teaching. I've been fortunate enough to work with a teacher who's allowing me to kind of already step into the plate and kind of just assess my ways of doing things and how I should approach it, or feedback, and that's been great. And then lastly, I think it's important to bring up the fact that this professor has put a huge emphasis on the aspect of creating awareness for the educators themselves. And what I mean by that is, as much as we all say, like, what can we do better for the child's needs, and whatnot, and I'm all for that, and that's great. One thing this professor has continuously mentioned over the past few weeks is the importance of us as an educator and what our needs are, or what we might be dealing with, and taking care of that as well, because if we don't take care of ourselves, how are we going to take care of the child, or how are we going to fully meet the needs of the child? And the importance of, having hobbies and, educating yourself even further if that's what you're interested in, or adapting new things that you learn from other teachers or staff or new classes, bringing your hobbies into the classroom so that kids can see that there's more than just education and there's other opportunities that you can, invest your life into. And I think, honestly, that's been the biggest thing from this class is the importance of taking care of yourself as an educator to support other kids and students.